Yo, what is up, everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. Yes, we are live. We are live for FOMO Friday. Let me get my fat head on the screen here. Yeah, completely rattled by that. I did not realize my mic was on. That could have gone very, very badly. Oh, and the YouTube is... yeah, that could have gone terribly badly. We're very happy that it was just coughing you heard. Anyway, let's get my fat head on the screen and see what we're looking like today. Hope everyone is doing very well on this fantastic Friday. It's very sunny where I am. Hope you guys are the same. Yeah, fall is skate. You guys won't remember this, but way early in my streaming career, way early, like first month or maybe first 6 weeks. I was in a different room. I was in a different house to the house I'm in now, but my office at the time was just my bedroom, and it was an ensuite bedroom, so the bathroom was like, you know, like 5 feet away from the fucking desk. And I remember I mixed up the audio. I mixed up the audio signals. So normally when the stream is starting, I mute the mic and let the music play, but this time I muted the music and let the mic play. So the stream started, there's like 100 people sitting in the lobby, and it's pure silence, complete. There's no music or anything, and I wasn't aware, obviously. And then I just rip a huge piss right before I go live, and it's just 30 seconds of my piss hitting the fucking water of the toilet, and that's all the people on stream here, because it's completely silent otherwise. That was fun. So I got back to the desk and like there was like this many comments being like, Jesus Christ, dude, how much did you have to drink? Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was a fun start to the stream. So yeah, that was why, as I said, could have gone worse. You just heard an old man coughing, which is totally fine. That's totally fine. What's up, Jake? Looking sharp. I don't know about that. I'll take it though. You you farted once on stream and some fucker clipped it. That's well deserved though. Can't be farting on stream. Victor raiding with the party of 23. Let's go. We love the raids. You can't be farting on stream, Luke. That's how strong are your fart? How sensitive is your microphone, and how loud are your farts? Because that seems to me, I think I've let rip a few times on stream, but I'd be surprised if anyone, I mean, it's going a different direction, you know? I don't want to get into the audio mechanics of that, but it seems to me that your microphone, yeah, you know what? I'll take your word for it. What's up, Says? Welcome to the chat. What's up, Haj? What's up, Passenger? Hello. What's up, MB? M-Big, it's been a while, hasn't it? I feel like I haven't seen that username in the chat for a while. What's up, Beerlack? What's up, Wojak? What's up, Film Ninja, my man? How you doing? Yes, good day ahead. Setlink. Mic is on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good day. What's up, Tauros? Luke, my man, good to see you. What's up, Micro Sailor? What is up? A guy in Paris hacked Polymarket. I saw that, yeah, with the hair dryer. And then he got arrested. He did it twice and he got arrested the third time, right? Which is interesting. What's up, Marquise? think it was actually a chair squeak. There you go. Vic was composing a diss track for Fibs on his stream. I saw that. Wojak Danny with the 20 stream streak. Let's go. Appreciate it, Danny. What a legend. What a hero. What's up, Sawyer? 15 minutes. Yes, sir. You've been here 23 stream streak. I think I feel like I haven't seen you in the chat as much as I used to. What's up, 9Manny? What's up, King? First time chat from Raider. Let's go. What's up, TTG? You went in there to try and fight Vic, but ended up agreeing with him. that's what happens. He's too wholesome. He's too wholesome. What's up, Kaiser? Kaiser in the YouTube chat. Yeah, we're streaming on YouTube these days. That is correct. We've been streaming on YouTube for a while. It's slow and steady wins the race, right? On YouTube. We just hit 7,000 subscribers, by the way, which is great, which is fantastic. We just need to hit 10, and I can die a happy man. 10K on YouTube would be a big milestone. And how many on TikTok? I guess 1,000 on TikTok, because we've been sitting at 700 or whatever for a long time. The YouTube algo is slowly heating up. It's been slowly heating up for 4 years now, but no, I think I've been on YouTube for 3 years, I think. Just now crossed 7,000, but I've just been so irregular with it. And I also think my content isn't, I think it's good, but I mean, it's not the most, it's mostly educational stuff, which is like, I think a lot of people, especially when the market's down, a lot of people just don't have the patience for that. They don't have they're not really that interested in that stuff. Especially in crypto. I feel like I've seen guys kill it with educational content in like indices and Forex. I feel like how do I phrase this? The grift in crypto for educational content is sorely lacking, right? There's a huge like grift culture in Forex and indices, like all those guys making fucking courses and selling access to their Telegram, where they have a 10-part PDF. We need more of that in crypto. The crypto grift is just people fucking rugging and scamming, right? They skip they skip the point where they trick you into wanting to educate you. They just went straight to rugging. Straight to rugging. I guess you can't really rug in Forex. You can't launch a coin with quite the same ease. So yeah, they got to do the educational grift. But I think that actually, to speak plainly on it, you know, jokes aside, I think there's less of an appetite to actually learn how to trade in crypto, and I think that's reflective of the market as well. Like, crypto's just slightly noisier. You know, obviously there's the whole shitcoin DeFi side, which is very, I would say, very random and not necessarily something that you can like trade. Of course you can trade it, but you know, there's a limit. Once you get out of the top like 200 coins in crypto, I would even say once you get out of the top like 20, top 50, price action concepts become less and less viable as the liquidity goes down and the volume goes down and the randomness and the noisiness goes up, right? Oh, we're 10 minutes out from New York Open. What's up, Victor? 3 stream streak. Love to see it. Prediction. We're going to do star prediction. Bullish or bearish? You guys, 10 minutes. Bullish or bearish, NY Open. Boom. What's up, Bert? What's up, Dream My Reality? How you doing, sir? No betting today. The bet just went live, bro. Oh, that's tasty. Forex KOL, yeah. I'm gonna be a Forex KOL if crypto keeps going down. Right? BTC goes to 30K. How many former crypto KOLs are gonna become start posting about goo. Bullish or my longs. We'll get into the charts in 2 minutes. Let me just catch up on the chat here. Ikanaro with the 10 stream streak. Let's go, brother. Like farting on stream. Yeah, they want brain rot content like farting on stream, exactly. We got a glimpse into Follis's dark side. Every stream is a glimpse into my dark side, man. Every stream. People want brain rot, they don't want education. That's true to an extent. That's true to an extent. But it's also like it's incumbent on you to kind of adapt as a content creator. Adapt or else just do something else, right? Like, I quite like creating content for X. I feel like I have a good understanding of like how X works and how engagement works and how virality works on X. I don't want to, you know, I'm obviously using those terms a little bit loosely, but I feel like I do not have a good grasp at all about how YouTube works, or TikTok even. Summer trading $1K, bro. The big accounts that have been outed in the last like 72 hours for trading $3,000 and $4,000 positions, for trading 0.05 BTC positions, for flexing $40 P&Ls. It honestly, you know what? It makes me feel a little bit sad about the space. Like, I don't feel sad for those people in particular, but it's more like, God, this space is ruthless, isn't it? You can be in crypto for like, one of the guys is his X account is from 2017, so he's been around for, I presume, 3 cycles, and the dude is making 2 figures on a trade. He's making like $80 on a trade. That makes me feel a certain way. I don't know, that it's scary in a way, and it's very sad. But also just that I think indicative of how fucking ruthless crypto is. Maybe he was trading bigger size before. Maybe he got killed on 1010, you know, something like that. But yeah, if you look at his lifetime P&L on Hyperliquid, it's like, what did we say it is? Minus 6K over 2 years? Something like that. It was written. He's down bad, yep. That was always the destiny of crypto. Yeah, there you go. The odds make 0 sense to bet on long, you think? My copy is good on X the way you understand and the way you write and understand the culture. Yeah, I think so. I think so. You're getting coffee. Yeah, get a coffee and we're getting into the charts in 1 minute. When follows NQ trades, yeah, exactly. To round trip to 6K over 2 years is light work. That's true. That's true. All right, boys, we're getting into the charts. See what we're dealing with today. I'm not convinced by this track. A little bit, Oh, this is the shit I hate. I've told you guys. So many house DJs do this. You have a great track. We're an hour and 33 minutes into the track. And then they release this. Boom. Why? Why? It completely interrupts the flow. You have 4 on the floor, you have a solid fucking beat, you're vibing the whole way, and then all of a sudden, it's so fucking annoying. If this happens and I'm fucking listening to the set, I just skip it. Very annoying. Also an annoying trick. There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. Don't be sharing those links, eh? iHeartSog. Your X account was created in 2014, but I never used CT before 2024. Yeah, I created mine in 2021 and pretty much started using it straight away, but I didn't really start trading price action until late 2021, early 2022. Crypto Gaz, appreciate the follow. Islandate, appreciate the follow. Sabrosh, thank you for the YouTube sub. And Fly Away, thank you for the follow. Maybe it's the DJ's piss track taking a break. No, I'm watching him. It's Hernan Catania, our boy. What's up, Mariana? Happy Friday. You feel like a whale now? Yeah. That's how I felt as well, man. I do not trade fucking huge size. I'm pretty transparent about the size I trade. You know, I would say the upper limit to my BTC positions are typically in the region of $250,000 to maybe $500,000. So you're talking probably 5 to 10 BTC, and that's the upper limit. More often than not, I'll trade slightly small, 2, 3 BTC, 5 BTC. But seeing these guys trade 0.0, and I'm not fucking size shaming anyone. Everyone trades their own books, but it does make me feel, I don't know. Yeah, just a little bit sad. You've been in the space for 10 years. And you're trading $3,000 BTC positions. And there's also the LARPing aspect to it. You know. Because at that point, you're not really being... It's like Honey XPT with the $10 positions, right? Everyone's like, oh, you know, don't size shame her, man. That's not what we're all about in CT. I was like, it's not about the size shaming. It's about the fucking LARPing. Because there's no way in hell someone like that is being honest, right? Someone like that saying, oh, you know, I sniped the top, I sniped the bottom, whatever the fuck it is. They're just shooting $10 positions into the order book the whole way up. And eventually they catch a top. And then price reverses and then they flex. Right? That's the grift, right? So it's disingenuous. It's not someone really trading a $10 book. It's someone being disingenuous about their trading. $10, yes, man. That's the lore. You farmed airdrop for trading capital, and still my spot positions are bigger. Yeah, I bet. Short or long? Yes, that is the question. Could you turn the sound up a bit? On what? On my mic? On my mic or on the music? I've turned it up now. It's clipping into the red, so I'm not sure is that something I necessarily want. You're back to shrimp now. There you go. The two Nicholases, ER and Cruz. Yeah. I was listening to Nicola Cruz there the other day. He hasn't released anything new in like 10 years. I think the last new release was like 2018 or something, 2019. What's up, Grey Gorilla? I'm good, bro. Matt with the repost. Let's go. Appreciate it. My man. Is the mic better now? Clipping into the red, so I don't really want it any higher than that. New York, New York. The city so nice they named it twice. Anyone know what that's from? You guys have 1 minute left, by the way, on the poll. It's from a show that I watch. I'd say I watch it probably at least once a week. It's definitely my comfort show. It's one of those shows, if I ever see a random YouTube clip, I'll always click into it. We've got 100,000 florins on the line already. Trading, yeah. If we see a position, if we see a setup. This shit again. Buffalo Pierre with the repost. Confetti for you, sir. Thank you for the drink, Sis. You should give All Against Logic a listen. That's Yara's secret project. I know it. I know it well. Is it not Against All Logic? Submissions are now closed. Submissions are now closed. Let's see what we get. You doing a sugar fast? See your delicious black coffee. That's the thing, man. I've done plenty of those before. Black coffee, if you've been fasting for a while, black coffee is fucking delicious. Just pure black coffee. Especially because I do terrible coffee. I just throw the fucking I just throw the instant granules in the fucking thing and add hot water. I'm such a pleb. But when I fast, I usually take a little bit longer. I do the French press, which is just one step up from being a basic bitch. You're still pretty basic at that point, but BTC here kind of consolidating against resistance, boys. What is consolidation against resistance? What do we say? Do a pour over, it's easy. I think you're underestimating how lazy I am. Bullish, correct. Bullish, but let's see. Let's see. Obviously, there is a lot of headline risk in the market at the moment. We are kind of relying in many ways on the macro. And of course, BTC is always relying on a macro, but I think it's been particularly relevant lately. There are periods where BTC largely decouples from, I would say, what's going on in the world and kind of does its own thing. We're seeing far less of that at the moment because it's a risk asset, it's a high beta asset, it's correlated to, it's not, you know, it doesn't exist in a vacuum, doesn't trade in a vacuum. It's obviously correlated to global financial markets, but it is interesting to see, you know, the S&P. Just absolute Chad behavior here. Effectively trading at an all-time high or close to an all-time high. Meanwhile, BTC is still down like 40-something% from its all-time high and kind of struggling. So I wonder what happens when the S&P pulls back. I mean, just from a purely technical POV here, I've always mentioned that this level is the one that I want to see BTC reverse at. You know, this imbalance up here. When you get range-bound price action or channel-bound price action, especially as part of a bigger downtrend, right? Very often you will see when price is trending like this, it will push up to fill an imbalance before continuing lower, right? We actually saw that here pretty well. This is exactly what happened here. We had range-bound, channel-bound PA, pushed above to take the imbalance and went down again. So I think something similar could happen here. I'm certainly not in the crazy bullish camp like many seem to be. You know, this to me looks like a pretty textbook move towards range high, channel high. You know, if we start accepting above 80K, start pushing into the mid 80s, then yeah, for sure, I'll maybe change my tune. But until that point, the assumption for me, based on the high time frame structure, and by that I mean structure from October until now, is that we will leg down again, right? If you look at this chart, is it this chart? No, it's this chart. If you look at this chart, this is the structure from 8th of October to now, right? It's a structural downtrend. We have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now, technically speaking, you know, even if we do put in a high around here, this is still going to be a lower high. It doesn't matter that the market structure has been bullish from February until now. This is, you know, pretty textbook complex pullback. You guys know the meme about complex pullbacks? The guys fucking, the guys in the, I don't know what it is, like a meeting, a seminar, a meeting, something like that. But complex pullbacks are a thing, right? And that's, people get confused about these pullbacks, right? Markets move in impulses and corrections. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. That's pretty simple so far. But now you get a correction that has its own market structure, right? You're getting a correction like this. And people get lost in the sauce. They go, what the fuck is this? Is this the start of a new trend? No, bro. This is just a complex pullback. Then we get another impulse. Then we get what? We get another pullback that has its own structure. And people go, what the fuck is this? Is this the start of a new trend? No, brother. This is just a complex pullback. Now, maybe this actually is the start of a reversal. Maybe we start pushing up higher and we do something like this. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we put in a high here and do something like this. And this is the first higher high that we have in a while. And this is the first lower high. Absolutely. That could happen. But until that does happen, your expectation from a structural point of view should be continuation. Continuation to the downside after putting in another lower high. right? And that's just from a purely structural point of view. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into having a read on the market. There's a lot more that goes into having a bias. But for sure, my high time frame bias is to the downside. Now, I already discussed this chart last stream. And I spoke about how actually, if you were to wait for this high to get taken, that maybe you would have missed too much of the move. And at that point, it might be kind of like you're top blasting, which is a little bit silly. How you could look for earlier signs that the reversal is in, the bottom is in. And how we'd already started to see some of those signs. For instance, here, you know, I often talk about auction market theory as one of the leading analytical methods that I use. And one of the rules of auction market theory, as you guys know, is that price likes to create value. Then when it breaks out of that value, it moves to another area, another zone where it creates new value. And often if it breaks back out of that value area, reverses back towards the levels that it came from, often the target is to go back to that previous value area, right? And that was our rule 3 of auction market theory. When price auctions away from a value area successfully, very often the target for that auction is a previous value area or a previous point of control, which is just the highest level of volume in a value area. So that's something you could look for, right? If we start accepting back into this value area from November to January, which is about 86K to 92K. If we start accepting back here, then things start looking really good. Because at that point, your expectation would be that we would rotate from value area low to value area high. Tap into this bearish order block, this overhead supply, and potentially even run this high, right? Something like that, I think you can look for. But that is all predicated on a reclaim of 86K, okay? But it looks decent, right? You talk about successful auctions and failed auctions, right? When price is in a value area, one of the things that you usually play for is just rotation, back and forth, value area high, value area low, value area high, value area low, right? All the time. It's just range bound price action. You get bearish at the highs, you get bullish at the lows. But what did we see at the start of April? Price pushed above the value area, retested the value area low, right? And pushed higher, and has continued to push higher for the last, call it two weeks, right? So this does look like a successful auction. Successful auction means that price is decided. The market has decided that fair value for this asset is no longer the area that we've been trading in. Fair value is somewhere else. It is either higher or lower. And in that case, we say that price, instead of ranging here, is now trending. It is auctioning higher to create value somewhere else. Sometimes a previous value area, right? That is auction market theory 101, right? Range bound principles 101. And that is my current read on BTC. You find it very difficult to see these stacked lows as a cycle low. Yeah. I agree. For what it's worth, I agree. And I maintain that the low is not in for the cycle. I've already spoken a number of times about my plan for BTC. And how I think that we will trade into the 40Ks. And that's based on a few different things. It's based on realized price, which you guys know is the average buy price for all Bitcoin holders. We have never bottomed. In the history of crypto, the market has never bottomed without BTC trading below the realized price. And usually it trades quite a lot. It trades between 180 days and 300 days or rather it spends that amount of time below the realized price. At the moment, it spends 0 days. We have not traded below the realized price this cycle. And obviously, it's always speculative when you're looking at a sample size as small as BTC, because we've only had like 3 or 4 cycles. We've had 3 cycles, but like we've had 4 cycles, but like the first one was so weird and noisy and low volume. We've had basically three cycles. Call this the 4th. So the sample size is small. So any extrapolation you're going to be making based on that data set is always going to be extremely speculative. But we're crypto traders. That's what we do. We speculate, right? If you look at drawdowns, previous realized price, previous cycles drawdown from realized price, they usually draw down, 25, 35, even 40% from realized price. A 30% drawdown from the realized price would take us into the high 30s, which I think is probably a fair level for where this cycle will bottom. You look at drawdown from all-time high, previous cycles, it was like 93%, 84%, 77%, 74%, right? Those were the last 4. So there's a pattern there. It starts in the 90s, goes to the 80s, goes to the 70s. Again, let's be dubious here. Let's speculate. Let's extrapolate and say that maybe this time it goes to the 60s. 65% seems like a reasonable figure to pick there, right? 65 to 70%. Again, we're being very speculative here. What's the drawdown from all-time high we saw this cycle? 52. If we bring that to 60, 65, that takes us to the low 40s, which is, again, kind of what I'm looking for. You talk about time spent in a bear market, right? You talk about time from all-time high to the cycle low. Again, previous cycles. You're always looking at something like 48 weeks, 52 weeks, 51 weeks, whatever it is, right? It's usually in that region. So far, we have seen, let me get the exact top here, 28 weeks. So if this were the low, if this were the cycle low, it would have been just a 17-week bear market, which would be the shortest bear market we've had by quite a significant factor, a factor of about 3x. Now, that could all happen. Of course it could. Again, we're dealing with a very small sample size here. Saying that this bear market has to be anything like previous bear markets is effectively like flipping a coin 3 times and you get 3 heads, right? And then for the 4th coin flip, you bet your entire net worth. You bet, $10 million on the next coin flip being heads because all previous coin flips were heads. Therefore, the next one must be heads. And you get tails, right? Because it's a fucking coin flip at the end of the day. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter what the previous cycles did. And that's effectively it. We're dealing with such changing market conditions. We're dealing with a market environment that is so significantly different to the environment in 2021, to the environment in 2017, to the environment in 2014, that it's really impossible to make these sweeping statements like, oh, well, actually, previous cycles did this, therefore this cycle will do this. No. It is dubious speculation at best, but in a weird way, it's also kind of the best analysis we have, right? It's very difficult to try and forecast what BTC is going to do. And that's why I always say your job as a trader, specifically, or rather particularly a crypto trader, is not to try and predict the future. We are not fortune tellers. We're traders. You wait for the market to give you information and then you react based on that information. That's all you can do, especially a market as ever changing, as quickly moving as crypto. We don't have decades and decades and 50, 60 years of price action to look at like the commodities market or like the stock market. Crypto is an extremely new asset class, and in this nascent market, it pays to be very quick to react. It pays to be dynamic, it pays to be adaptable, it pays to be flexible. So with all that in mind, maybe this doesn't play out. Of course, I'm not saying it will. But this is just the best analysis that I can come up with based on the information to hand, right? That's all you can do. Is just create plans, try and strategize around things that you think are probable, and then execute those plans if the time comes. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think I've been speaking for like 10 minutes. We can probably clip that. Because there's quite a lot in that. Quite a lot of good stuff in that. Against all logic. Yeah, exactly. How you doing, Pierre? Good to see you, bro. Andrew, stop loss and TP. It's on the screen, bro. MTFK talks about how crypto changes from day to day and how he no time shows a multi-year trade. I lost the chat. What do you mean? Preach, brother. Is it possible for us to bottom around 60K? Of course it is. Of course it's possible. We're approaching a volume gap, which could make quick moves towards 88K. I'm not too sure about that, but it's a possibility. Yeah. Yeah, the institutional involvement is something that can't be understated. An unprecedented level of institutional involvement this cycle compared to previous cycles. And for that reason as well as others, this cycle will be different. Do you have anything similar for ETH? Yeah, we can look at ETH. I mean, I don't... My ETH ideas are, I would say this is even more speculative. Like, this is the GCOR trade, you know? Who knows what the GCOR trade is? Very simple. If this becomes the low, then the next cycle would be crazy bullish. Yeah, I agree with that. Be a good launch pad. Good analysis, thank you, Buddha. Larger sample size would rug us even more. Yeah, because then we would have more conviction in our ideas, right? Hard to imagine more FUD than a war, Epstein, 50% drawdown without any blown up funds. I disagree. I think that comment speaks to a certain amount of naivete about... Did I pronounce that word very strangely? Naivety? We'll just say innocence. About the state of the market, right? Because, like, take for example the market bottom in 2022. People don't remember, but we had fucking FTX had just gone under. We had Luna had just rugged. We had Voyager went under. We had 3 Hours Capital blew up. We had Celsius. We had, fucking Tether depegged. We had Binance FUD every single fucking week. People don't remember it, man, but everyone was saying get your funds off Binance. It's gonna go under. It's systemic risk. Blah 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 blah. It was bad shit, man. And all the while, Gary Gensler was like, there was that court case against Ripple. He was saying that he was going to regulate crypto out of existence, and maybe not. I'm paraphrasing there, but I mean, it was really like, I remember thinking in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, like there was a non-zero chance. There's like a decent chance that crypto will not exist in 3 or 4 years, and I'll probably have to go trade Forex or something like that. I think we've kind of gotten to that point now where it's like TBTF, right? Too big to fail. I think crypto has kind of reached, at least in my in my understanding of things, it's kind of reached this like critical mass situation where there's too much institutional adoption, there's too much widespread, for lack of a better word, brand recognition when it comes to crypto. That's not to say that every fucker and their mother is trading it. Quite the opposite, in fact. Still think mass adoption numbers are extremely low, and that's a good thing. That's a bullish thing. But it does not feel this cycle anywhere close to what it felt like in 2022. 2022 felt like, okay, I mean, we were trading at $14,000 and all that FUD, and it really felt like, if we go even a little bit lower, then it might be the end of crypto for a while. Like, that doesn't feel like this cycle at all. What will happen to alts then? You could imagine what will happen to alts. You can imagine what'll happen to alts. What's the realized price now? It's like 55.5k, something like that. What's up, Yerma G? Preach, brother. Yes, sir. Where am I from? North Korea, yeah. We had 10-10. That's true. It was 10-10 every week back then, yeah. The GCR trade is where is the crowd wrong and how big can I bet against it? No. The GCR ETH trade. And maybe that is a GCR trade. What's up, Ty Blue? You got into Sol at $8 to $10. Let's go. Monthly close, the high of 2021 was 65.5. Sorry, on the weekly time frame, we have never closed below the monthly close of the previous cycles. On the weekly time frame, we have never closed below the monthly close of the previous cycle. Okay. The monthly close of previous cycles. So you're saying we've never closed below 61.5. Okay. Again, that seems like the kind of dubious speculation that we're here for, but... Korea, yeah, I went to a good school, exactly. The oligarchy in Korea send us to good schools in Switzerland, right? You're hating institutional adoption. Well, I think a lot of people are. Everyone thinking about 50k. Why? I've just spent the last 20 minutes explaining why. Sounds funny in hindsight. Yeah, it does sound funny in hindsight. Luna blew up after that March 2022 bear market rally, which feels like maybe that's where we are now. Perhaps the fun is yet to come. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can make the argument that, you know, the bottom would have been higher. Like the floor of the last bear market would have been higher if, you know, had it not been for Luna, or had it not been for FTX, right? But I suppose you can make that argument about any number of bearish macro events, right? Brother has high accuracy with his long-term predictions. No, I don't. What long-term predictions? I've been in crypto for like less than a cycle. Altcoins are still such a weird thing. Like, there are infinite amount of coins being listed. Some have utility, some are just BS. So much manipulation. Do you think this will ever change? What do you mean by that? What will change? The amount of coins being listed? Probably not. If you look at what's happening, you know, pump fun and in the DeFi space in general, the barrier for entry for like launching a coin has never been lower. Does that mean that those coins are taking up any kind of meaningful volume or mind share? No. But they still exist. They're still contract addresses. Every new coin says we are trying to disrupt a $1 trillion industry. That's true. Less than a year? That's not what I said. 20,000 hours of chart time. Sorry, what things do we have to check before entering a trade? There's a fairly long answer to that. 20,000 hours of chart time is probably a good answer, Great Gorilla, yeah. Follows, do you remember before 2020? Who would have thought, I wasn't in crypto then, but I'll read the rest of the question. Who would have thought that 6 years later we'll have 46.4 million crypto coins? Yeah. Yeah, again, I wasn't in crypto back then, so I don't remember that. But I know that 2014 we had 500 coins. 2017 we had, was it like something like 2,000 coins? 2021 we had 10,000 or something like that, and now we have, yeah, 40 million. We had a TikTok about this. Did we? We have seen cases like Farcoin drying out the whole volume. Yeah. But that's just meme coins in general, man. Bye-bye, Florence. Oh, wow. Yeah. I remember 700 coins early 2017. Yeah. And if you look at a lot of those coins like Dash, Neo, they just don't really exist anymore. Or rather, they do exist, but there's no... Thank you, Shark. How you doing, brother? Is there a way of seeing how much chart time we have in TradingView? No, I don't know what I like that, to be honest. Because it's one thing to think that all of that chart time would be, you know, used, but I think I spend a lot of time just fucking around in TradingView. You had Neo and it was ant shares. I don't even know what that sentence means. This got a lot of attention on X. Neo, and I'll run through my ETH plan in a second. There isn't much to it, to be honest. If I'm being perfectly cromulent. Am I allowed to use that word? Sorry, can I just say something? I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can maybe see this. This thing here, okay, and I hope you guys can all see this. This fucking update available fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with TradingView, but I cannot use EMAs. I just cannot use them because every time I put them on my chart, I get update available. And it's like I do the fuck, I click the thing and all of my EMAs get fucked up across my entire chart. And it doesn't matter how many times I update. Is someone updating this code every fucking day? Because it doesn't matter how many times I fucking update it. There's a new update a week later. So fucking annoying. I'm gonna fucking screen... Can everyone who thinks that's annoying just comment in the chat right now? I'm gonna screenshot the chat. I'm gonna send this to TradingView because they actually spoke to me recently. I'm gonna screenshot this. Thanks, Microsailor. Okay. Okay, we got it. We got it. Thank you, guys. Very annoying. I do genuinely think it's very annoying. For that reason, I've almost stopped putting moving averages on my charts. You're saying that it happens for multiple indicators? For me, it's only EMAs. So I just delete them. TradingView, if you see this, I 100 your ass. No, the screenshot has already been taken. I'm sorry. The screenshot has already been taken. Yeah. This was like a... Wasn't Neo... I've seen those screenshots of like the top altcoins, the top 10 coins in 2017. Or 2018, I should say. And yeah, Neo is like... Was it like top 5 or something? It was trading at almost $200. Now trading at sub 3. Kind of crazy. But yeah, the funny thing is, I think a lot of the strong coins from this cycle, you know, it's going to be a similar thing. This is just the unfortunate life cycle of an altcoin. So people saying like, oh, like what's going to happen with altcoins, man? It's like, it's unprecedented. Is it unprecedented? I think this is just how alts work. You get the new shiny thing that puts in crazy highs, and then each subsequent cycle, it just, there's less and less interest, right? Just look at this. This is a particularly egregious example. Like stuff like Chainlink. It's just the fucking, it's the death coaster, right? So many of these coins just look like this. What's the real debt coaster? Is it this one? Or is it near? I think it's near, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is it. It really does look like the fucking death coaster. The euthanasia coaster. Most altcoins, the unfortunate reality of most altcoins is that they will just look like the euthanasia coaster. No, ICP is not the euthanasia coaster. ICP is like an exponential function. It just looks like this. That's what ICP just looks like a fucking something that you would learn about in maths class. ICP looks like something you would learn about in trigonometry. That's what it looks like. Oh, GG the Bears? Yeah, I think I see. It was, right? Yeah. Little push at the end, though. Choose prediction outcome. GG the Bears. Okay, we're gonna run through ETH was the next one. I'm just gonna run through the jacks back in a second. What's up, Danya? What price should I consider investing in Sol? It's a good question. 50? Does 50 sound crazy? I actually haven't looked at Sol. Sol might be one we look at this stream. I haven't looked at Sol in a long time. If I'm being perfectly honest. Oof. Jesus, it's not far off 50, is it? What would you guys say the plan for Sol is? I mean, the immediate thing I see is something like this. Where you're kind of trying to play off like this range, effectively, this accumulation range. Probably even go a little bit bigger. Something like that. That would be sub 50. Where was the accumulation that led to the expansion? That's the question you should be asking. But, you know, it's not one of those things. I don't think you want to buy just that. With the expectation that it's going to V-shape reverse. Yeah, this track does bang. Is Zcash in a cup and handle on the daily time frame? I can look at Zcash. I don't know, bro, if you use TikTok, but I will see you there. Yeah, I do have a TikTok. We have a TikTok. XRP is one of the only coins that has survived every cycle. I would even say thrived, but in the context of actually putting in new highs in comparison to the others. Yeah. Consolidation at 2023 is the target for you. The consolidation in 2023. Oh, you mean here? Yeah, yeah. Looks like we're looking for the same thing. This Hernan Catania DJ is so good. Yeah, he is. And guess what fucking age he is? Man is in his 60s. More water leads to more XRP. There you go. The bags under my eyes are full. There you go. 107k Florins. How can I get in USDT? Yeah, the conversion rate is pretty poor though. It might be worth $1.07. Do I like analyzing BTC dominance? Yeah, but I mean, there's comparatively little to talk about in my opinion. Especially like BTC dominance is pretty relevant if you're trading. If you're trading alts, if you're trading multiple altcoins, I would say that it's quite relevant. I used to check BTC dominance so religiously when I was in like previous mini alt seasons. You know, like 2024 is a good one. November 2024. Does anyone remember this? I remember, man. I fucking printed. I turned a 10k account into like 60k in like 2 or 3 weeks because dominance was doing this. All the money was flowing into alts. I was like, fuck yeah, boys. I remember thinking this is the start of the alt season. Dominance is gonna go down here. Altcoins are gonna 50x, and instead we reverse arenoed. I remember this was the week that I round tripped everything that I had made. That was fun. Alex, appreciate the follow. What's up, Skip Moha? Is Teal Street free? Yes, Teal Street is 100% free. ICP used to be thousands, now it's like $1. Yeah, ICP, like, on the very first day, there was a listing spike to, like, $3,000. JC Makey, appreciate the follow. Filecoin, another great example. Man, I remember longing Filecoin at, like, $200 and making money. That was a big... Does anyone remember the storage coin narrative? Filecoin, storage coin... Sia Coin. Sia Coin was like my first big investment in crypto, and it's so funny to think about it. I mean, it's so hilarious thinking back on how badly things could have gone. Sia Coin. Oh, Jesus Christ. What price is this thing? Sia Coin. So I got into crypto. I got into crypto in early 2021, and I bought like $10,000 of Sia Coin because I thought look, I'm an idiot. I don't know why. I just thought it was trading at a really low price on Binance, and I was like, man, if this thing goes to, you know, the price of Ethereum, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I was just so innocent and stupid. And I'm pretty sure. Oh, it was. You know what? It was here. So I bought a load of Sia Coin here, like here, basically, March 2021. And I remember I very quickly caught this move, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm a fucking genius. But I kept on buying, and I remember I added a shit ton on the top of this wick. I added a ton, and then price came all the way back down here. This is a 40% retrace, and I went from being my 10k, which had turned into like 14k, then came all the way back down to like 6k or something. And look, these figures, you know, they're not that big to me now, but at the time, man, I was sweating. I couldn't sleep at night. I was like, what the fuck, man? How did I do this? How did I let myself get this involved? And I was like, I subscribed to the Sia Coin subreddit. I followed the Sia Coin page on Twitter. I was like engaging with all their content, trying to get people to know about Sia Coin, like liking all the Sia Coin posts on Reddit. You know, checking every single day, checking the Reddit to see whether there was any updates. And that was a tumultuous couple of weeks. And I remember I got out, man. I got back up here and I sold for like $2,000 profit, and that was it. And I was out. This shit went up. Fucking 2 weeks later, this shit went up to like 60 cent. But that was the end of it, man. It never went that high again.
There they go.
It's so funny looking back on where all that occurred. That was 2021. That was peak storage coin mania. Back when Filecoin, bruh. This is a crazy looking coin. Filecoin. Look at that chart, man. This was the shiny new thing. Just dead. Storage. People don't remember now. People don't remember. But there was a week in 2021 where storage did a 2x on a Monday and did another 2x on a Friday. I swear, man, this was it, man. This was Tuesday to the 23rd of March. Storage went from... Storage did a 2.5x in one day. This was Tuesday. And then on Saturday, it did another 2x. That's not a joke. And this was a top 50 coin. Imagine an altcoin. Imagine an altcoin in the top, whatever it was, 20, top 30, top 50. Imagine one now doing a 2x on a Tuesday and another 2x on a Sunday. Just because why not? Fucking nuts. And of course they never got back to those prices. November 2021 it came pretty close. Again, you're looking at a 2.5x there, but yeah, since then, man, crazy. We're pumping. Are we pumping? I don't think so. What's your read on BTC price action from today until next week? I kind of covered that already at the start of the stream. The older DJs are usually better as they've been in the game longer. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, it's like anything. The more experience you have with something, the better you're going to be. But I don't think that holds true for. There's a lot of DJs that I think they sound dated. The thing about Catania is he plays a lot of music, a lot of very new music. He doesn't sound dated at all. Golem. What the fuck was Golem? Sia, yeah, man. ETH BTC might be a good chart analysis. Yeah. I haven't looked at that one in a while as well. Remember Yiffy? Yeah, man. It's $2 now? No, it's not, is it? Holy. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's not it. Yiffy? Are you sure? No, that can't be the right one. No, it was Yiffy? No, this can't be right. This is $2. Sorry, no. Sorry, it's 2,700. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, sorry, this is the right chart. So yeah, at one point Yiffy was trading higher than BTC. Yeah, it was at like 95k or something. Right, yeah, sorry. My eyesight is failing me. I remember I had a plan to buy some of this thing. I wanted to buy some of this thing at like 6k. I never followed out. I never followed through on that plan. I'm glad I didn't. Kind of in range here, right? A bad range. Maybe you get a range, move back to range high here. Who knows? You heard that story many times. Every time it gets you excited, you want to buy Sia coin. Yeah. No. That's the deep lore, yeah. Still bigger size than Kook. Yeah. Man, well that was stupidity on my behalf, because that was a lot of money to me back then. I probably had, when I started in crypto, I probably had 40k in my bank account, 50k in my bank account, and I probably had 50k in my bank account, and I put 80% of it in crypto. I put like put like 40K in crypto, and I lost almost all of it. Your wife says my size is not size. Coping hard on that drop, basically, yeah. It was the biggest 2018 ICO. Jake Paul was shilling Sia? Really? 2K, now $2, yeah. Yearn finance. I yearn for break even, yeah. Has anyone else been watching Grass pump like crazy? Is it? Someone said that to me. They said I need to check grass. I need to touch grass as well, but pump like crazy. Bruh. What? Why is this up here, by the way? I mean, it's up a little bit. I wouldn't say it's pumping like crazy. Let me take you back to this range on grass. Again, this was one of the times that I was like really heavy in alts just under a year ago, or just over. Oh yeah, just under a year ago. July 2025, we had a little bit of an alt season. And again, if you look at like BTC dominance, you can kind of see that. We had this really nice move down on dominance. And I thought alts were going to get some breathing room, and some of them did, to be fair. Some of them did. But man, I was so sure. I caught the long on grass here. And I was so confident. I was so confident that I was going to get this trade. Because this is like a high probability setup in my opinion. It's basically like a 3-tap reversal, right? You get downtrending price action, you get 1 tap, you get 2 tap, especially if you break structure here. You get, you know, some inducement, and you get the 3rd tap here, and you break structure again. That we literally got it textbook here. Textbook. I was so fucking sure because I saw these lows, man. 1 low, 2 low, 3 low, 4 low, and I was like, man, if those lows get swept and we get a pop back inside the range, it's fucking over. This thing is gonna send. I was so sure, and I took out a pretty big size position. Like on these altcoins, I don't trade huge size because they're so volatile, but I'm pretty sure I was long like maybe 50K, something like that. $50,000 of grass. And I remember at one point I was up quite big on the position. Yeah, that's like almost a 20% move. I think at one point I was up like $6,000 or $7,000 on the position. And man, I fucking basically went to sleep. And I woke up the next day and I've been stopped out. I don't even think I went break even either. I don't normally go break even on trades. But yeah, I completely ate the stop on this one. I was so sure, man. And after that, that was the last time I traded grass. I've not traded it since. When you give me an A+ setup and I bet heavy and it doesn't play out, then you don't deserve to be on my watch list anymore. Gabarashu, appreciate the follow. Also, Photo Games, thank you for the follow. Popcorn 1970, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, boys. Appreciate it. We all been there. We all done that. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Watch this deported. Yeah. Yeah, I fucking iced their ass. Grass, I got smoked. I certainly did. You're saying grass is Pikachu lows now? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Even if you just take these lows. It did sweep here. Let's just do these. Something like that. Yeah, it looks suspicious. It looks very suspicious. But probably want to see these highs get swept first. Probably want to see these highs get swept. And then you see something like this. Right? Should have smoked some grass instead. That's true. You've been mining grass this whole time, Cyberlon. I don't even know what that sentence means. I didn't realize that grass was something that could be mined. On Binance, it went to 140,000. Yiffy, you mean? Or sorry, grass. What? That's a bug, surely. You put 135k into what? Into Yiffy? Into grass? The craft set's better. Take you on a journey. Yeah, I agree with that, Tiblu. I agree with that. Did you see MUSDT? Yeah, I've been watching it, but last time I looked at it, it hadn't really moved. Yeah. So what's going on here? This is the right MUSDT, right? So Zach has been coming for this thing and it's not moving. Is that correct? Bruh, this is a fucking short. This is a fucking short. I might take this. Probably a few different shorts you could take here. God, why does that look so wonky? Something like that. Yo, what's up, Hezbollah? You short an M? It looks like a fucking short. Thing is, I don't love this sweep. With a coin like this, you want to see a fucking big ass fucking sweep. You want to see a big ass sweep, knock all the shorts out of their position, really fuck them up, you know? And then a massive rejection. I haven't really seen that so far. Like, it wouldn't surprise me for us to, like, up here, you know, at least one more time. Something like if we start seeing this, you absolutely do not short that, because that probably resolves like that. I've seen that way too many times in my career. Basically, I want you to get absolutely destroyed, yeah. I would say, man, I would say, if you see this slow grinding up PA, if you don't see immediate rejection here, then you probably need to get out of dodge. If you see this shit, absolutely do not stay in that short, because that only resolves one way. What do I think about Whiff and XPL? I think nothing about Whiff. XPL, I have stronger opinions on, but also hasn't really been moving lately. Hey, bro, new here. What are you trading? Everything and anything. Welcome to the stream, bro. You're heading out. Take it easy, Vestlane. Enjoy your weekend, my man. Always great to have you in the stream chat. Take it easy. Hopefully it's the same short as Rave was. Yeah. But that's another one. Like, Rave did not top like this. Zach needs to FUD harder. Grass basically uses your internet and sells it as a proxy to other people and they pay you in grass. Oh, okay. It's interesting. I don't think I knew that. Is Solana an altcoin? I mean, it is, yes. Thanks, but what am I looking at? The ticker is in the bottom of the screen. This is MUSDT. Shorting shitcoins is a crazy game. It is until... It's like what I said, you know? Think about these coins, right? Let's make sure everyone can see this. Think about these coins is like... You're probably not gonna make money trading these, right? You're probably not gonna make money trading these. But if you make a little bit of money, then that's gonna make you... It's like a gambling addiction, man. You make money one time and you're like, fuck it. That's a good feeling. Because with these, it's really a gamble. Like you don't have any edge trading these fucking coins. It's like cabals and insiders, man. But yeah, fascinating to watch how this one played out. Zach XBT. Zach XBT came for the coin, came for Rave. He called out Binance and BitGet. Binance and BitGet both responded. And then this thing dumps 99% in a day. What if it works exactly? But that's the thing, right? And like Pippin is a good example for me personally. Where I made a lot of money trading Pippin. So that's going to give me like a false sense of confidence now. And I'm going to really think that I know how to trade these shitcoins. I made like $14,000 across 10 trades. In just this zone here. Because I actually missed the big move down. I'm still pissed off about. In just this zone here from like December to February, I made like $14,000 or $15,000 trading Pippin. And it's an absolute shitcoin. It's a cabal coin, bundled supply, no edge, etc. But I seem to do all right. So that's dangerous because now I'm gonna think that I know what I'm doing, trading these fucking crime coins, and the next one I try and trade, I'm gonna get destroyed. Right? That's why it's dangerous. So yeah, looking at MUSDT. Do I know what I'm doing here? Not really. Do I have an edge? Not really. Will I try? Maybe. That's basically what it is. SQD, I never even heard of that. CZ said we were doing the needful with a wink emoji. CZ for Rave. That was Richard Tang. CZ is not the CEO of Binance anymore. But what if it works? That's the entire fucking thing. But what if it works? But what if it works? What is SQD? Bruh, come on. What are we even doing here? What are we, bro? What are we doing here? What are we even doing here? Follows, do you like SMT divergences? So I don't trade SMT divergences, although I know what they are. That's actually maybe something we need to include in the trading syllabus. Where would that go? What section? What module? SMT divergences. You gonna follow my TikTok? Thank you. Appreciate that. What's up, Chroma? Good to see you. Always a good thing when I see Chroma trading in the chat. I feel like that's an additional confluence, not the be all end all for me personally. You very rarely use it. Yeah, I don't actually trade. I don't trade SMT. I don't trade SMC divergences, but I know what they are. Gym stream when? Yeah. Do an IRL stream. You guys ever see kind of buy gold? My gold chart is this. I remember watching what's her name? Amaranth do an IRL stream on Twitch where she went on a date with a guy. And the guy was just so fucking uncomfortable. And I just thought, that's the equivalent of a nightmare, right? I mean, first dates are already awkward enough. Imagine you go on a first date. Imagine you match with this good-looking girl on Tinder or probably Raya. You're like, hey, how's it going? Like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we should grab a drink. Sure. Do you mind if I bring my camera because I'm a streamer? And you're like, it's a bit weird, but I'm a guy and she's a girl, so I'm probably gonna say yes anyway. And the guy says yes, and then like straight into it, man. Fucking Twitch stream with fucking 20,000 people watching, just goofing on you. That's my idea of a fucking nightmare. Thank you, Link. BTC ETH had won the last 2 days and it played out as a nice short on ETH. Yes, I don't trade them. I don't trade them myself. We have a pretty good we used to have a pretty good entry model for SMC divergences. I don't know where they would be now. That's the old entry models channel. Clavicular says dating girls is for betas. Well, I'm a beta then. In that case. I guess he just has the benefit of being extremely famous. Probably doesn't need to go on any dates. What are the alphas doing? The alphas are face hammering, I guess. Kinda not gonna lie though, I think if I was 10 years younger, I probably would have been deep into the looks maxing thing. I think if I was an insecure dude in my early 20s or late teens, I abso-fucking-lutely. I wonder, man. I wonder, because I just came into it. I just came into, like, I don't know. I came of age just as, like, social media was becoming, like, a huge thing. Like, I set up my Facebook when I was, like, 18, and you know, before then it was all very innocent. Like, I still remember MSN Messenger, man. That's how we used to talk to chicks when I was like 15 years old. You get a girl's fucking MSN and you chat to her on Messenger, man. That was the fucking goated shit. But it's like, now, man, I just wonder how the fuck do you navigate that shit? If you're like 13, 14, 15 coming into just ubiquitous social media and just so much exposure to just crazy shit, basically. I wonder what that does for your development. Yeah, think about all the fucking red pill shit, all the incel shit, all the fucking looks maxing stuff. You know, there are a lot of like all the like the Andrew Tate top lad stuff, this like toxic masculinity stuff, and I just think, man, it would have been so easy knowing what like young men are like and how easily influenced young men are. And I speak from personal experience because I know exactly what I was like when I was 17, 18, 19. Man, what a fucking treacherous road it is growing up now. Growing up being a young man in 2026. Good thing I'm fucking old, right? I've already done all my. I've already done all my development. Now that I'm at an age where I need to slow down my development. Isn't he a big drug user? I don't know. MSN Messenger was the fucking go. Follows mugging us. Yeah, something like that, right? It's the beard. ICQ, I don't remember. All the emojis today are not even close to MSN emojis. True that. Getting nudged on Messenger. Yeah, oh, bro. Don't talk to me about getting nudged. Top follows, yeah. Poor kids. Wiz. I'll look at Silver. Will be the last chart I look at. I don't have any opinions on Silver. I think last time I looked at it, yeah, it's a shitcoin, man. Silver is hilarious. I'm sorry, such a shitcoin. They make for Silver and Gold make for some very funny crypto charts because you just see the weekends. I just think there's something quite funny about that. I wonder, there's probably some, because there is a little bit of volume on those coins over the weekends. Like, let's dig down here. Yeah, here you go. I mean, if you shorted on Saturday, you can still catch a 0.5% move, bros. Look at that. Yeah, Silver, my experience trading Silver is that it's a complete shitcoin. Way more of a shitcoin than Gold. I don't know. I don't have a clear read on this at all. It looks a little bit like a range. Maybe you get a 3-tap. I don't know. Kind of looks like lower, to be honest. I think Gold goes lower. I think Silver goes lower. Maybe get something like this. And then it's your triple tap. Move back towards these highs. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on this chart, to be honest. And Gold is like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how serious this chart is either. It's happening again. It's happening again. That's funny. Again, this chart is not terribly serious either, but it's kind of what's happening, right? Let's make these all the same color as the... There you go. Rut-row. This will be my next Gold bear post. The downtrend continuation channel. Rut-row. We'll really make it match here. I mean, it's... I don't know how accurate these things are, but that's quite funny. That's quite funny. And then, you know what? We don't even do a fucking... We just draw a straight down arrow here. Just to really get people worried. Wah, 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 wah. There we go, boys. And on that bombshell, we're going to call it there. All right, boys. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. We're going to fade out. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we did 3 streams this week. We're on a good streak at the moment. Next week, however, I will probably not be streaming on Monday. Probably no streams on Monday. The 2 streams I do next week will be Wednesday and Friday. The reason I'm not streaming on Monday is very simple. It's because I'm in full fucking flow mode at the moment with the new trading syllabus. To the point where... King, appreciate the follow. To the point where... I don't mind telling you this. This is an exclusive. This is an exclusive. We're looking to get the first 3 modules released on May 1st. You heard it here first, folks. We're looking to get the first 3 modules released. They're basically done. They're basically done. So I've been working on them non-stop the last few days. And yeah, then it's just fucking straight through. I'm in a good place at the moment with regards to work. I'm able to kind of just sit down and focus on these things every evening. It's a shit ton of work, but fuck it, it's gonna be good when it's done. So our goal, it's a speculative goal, but our goal is to have basically 50% of the modules launched by the end of next month, by basically 5 weeks time, which would be crazy. That'd be a huge milestone. If we can get that, then we're set very, very nicely for everything being released over the summer. But yes, 1st of May, that's what it's looking like now. The text is done, we're just waiting on the graphics. That's basically it. In Chroma, yeah. And my hope is that, you know, once these things are done, they will be basically the, well, I would certainly hope one of, if not the best, educational resources in CT. And that's it, boys. Yeah, cheers, Akinaro. Thanks, Desmondo. Thanks, Wojak. Thanks, Sis, as of course, as always, Sis, mod extraordinaire. Thanks, B-Meter. Top news, yes, sir. Thanks, Reynolds. Thanks to Blue. Thanks, Aj. Thanks, Marquise. Have a blessed weekend, King. You too, bro. Thanks, MGB Poker. M Big Poker. Thanks, Leap. Thank Mike Sailor. Thanks, Burlak. Appreciate it, boys. Dropping a pump CA. What is it? Oh, really? I didn't even see that. God damn. God damn. To the moon. Lads, look at the fucking moon. The fucking moon. But lads, the video doesn't do it justice. The fucking moon. Such a good video. Cheers, Luke. Thank you, sir. All right, Kimosabe, yeah, take it easy. All right, boys, I will catch you next week. No stream on Monday. We will see you back here on Wednesday and Friday. 2 streams next week. Until then, try not to get liquidated. Have a great weekend. Go touch some grass if necessary. And I will see you next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Love you. Bye-bye.
Sir, Lion.